Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at kind of a different chart here. Essentially, what I wanted to look at is how has Bitcoin, how has um, altcoins, fared during this period of Bitcoin breaking the 20-week moving average. If you like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. So I'm missing one more here. I'm missing Ethereum, so I'm just gonna add that there. Change it to a line. So essentially, what this chart is, just to clarify, is that this is the above chart here is what we're kind of looking at. Bitcoin USD, I stacked it on top. Bitcoin's also part of the line here, but I just wanted to get my bearings on exactly where Bitcoin uh, broke the 20-week moving average. It was around May 13th. I have it on the hourly, just so that we get a full looking chart here. So with that said, um, the makeup of this is Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I already have Ethereum on here. Get rid of that. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Aave, Uniswap, Monero, Chainlink, VeChain, Tezos, Litecoin, and you can add a plethora of other altcoins as well. But these are primarily the ones that I tend to look at. So not so bad. So let me just get it back to where it was. It's like May 13th, yeah, something like that. So this is where we are. Um, and this is on the right hand on it's the y-axis. The y-axis is on a percentage basis, so percentage loss or percentage gain over this period of time. So starting from May 13th at, you know, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. UTC time. So that is the time frame that we're looking at, and let's take a look. So obviously everything is negative. Nothing's in the positive from this point forward. From this point, Cardano only lost about 14% of its valuation as of today. Bitcoin down 30%, Ethereum down 37, Uniswap down 39, Aave down 42, Monero down 44, Chainlink down 51, Tezos down 51, VeChain down 52, Litecoin down 55%. So, um, this encapsulates the immediate dump, which was the week of May 10th, where we initially broke the 20-week moving average, followed by that other major drop the following week. And so this is essentially, we're kind of trying to look at altcoins and who has bled the most. And as you can see, Litecoin has bled the most in terms of percentage loss. Cardano has bled the least, and that's essentially it. What I make of this is that, except for Cardano, which has been probably the best performer of the market thus far in this entire cycle, Bitcoin has bled the least. And this is why I always talk about, and this is a good visual example of this. Um, when Bitcoin drops, alts will drop harder, most likely. Alts will drop harder, most likely. And because of that, I always I always say you should have a decent chunk of your portfolio in Bitcoin for times like these. These are the times where you want to hold Bitcoin. Yes, it doesn't, altcoins can net you more money. I mean, but that doesn't mean Bitcoin doesn't net you any money. It does net you money. It nets you pretty good money for the risk. Um, so with that said, this is a great indicator, great example of why Bitcoin is the safest play and should be a part of your portfolio and also should be a large chunk of your portfolio. As for me, it's about 50%. Anyway, let's move forward and kind of, disregard this dump, right? For the past 8 weeks, we've been essentially moving sideways, as you can see, and so we'll mark it from somewhere like here, for example. So we'll move the chart, and as you can see on the right, the percentage is going to change, obviously, because the starting point has changed. And so we'll start at around, May 21st. This is when the initial dump stopped, and sideways movement began. And so what do we see here? Okay, what do we see here? We see Uniswap is actually up 7% against the US dollar. Ethereum is down. It's neutral territory, I would say. Neutral territory. Bitcoin is down 5%. Cardano's down 5-6%. Aave's down 9%. Monero's down 13. Chainlink's down 17. Tezos down 17, 18. Litecoin down 20, and VeChain down 20. So, even in sideways movement action, as of right now, what do we know about what happens to altcoins when Bitcoin's below the 20-week moving average? Is that they tend to struggle. And you can kind of see that already. You see that uh, out of all of these, Bitcoin is still number three. You know, last time it was number two behind Cardano, but even Cardano now is behind Bitcoin. Uniswap is up because of the multi-day rally it's been having, which is pretty impressive. Ethereum as well. Ethereum has been doing quite well the past few weeks, and so that would most likely results in the reason why it's kind of neutral at this point. But this is essentially what I'm talking about. Even in times of sideways movement below the 20-week moving average, Bitcoin is still the better play. Not the best play, but the better play. And I'm sure you'll find other altcoins that are netting enormous returns from the middle of May, right? You know, if you take a look at, say, Compound had an amazing 61% move last week. That's probably going to bring it up to, we could even bring it up here as an example. Um, and yeah, Compound is up 9%, 9.5%. So yeah, like obviously you'll see altcoins because of what has happened the prior week has moved, and I would also attribute that to Uniswap. So I don't necessarily think Uniswap is going to stay as the best performer out of these group of altcoins. As longer the time goes, the more that prices move and fluctuate, and probably Bitcoin will slowly move to number two and then to number one. But if anything, this shows what I've been talking about, the importance of Bitcoin, what I've been talking about, how altcoins will struggle in the interim, or in other words, the time that Bitcoin is below the 20-week moving average. Another thing to note is this is also a great time to look at, you know, any altcoins that are doing extraordinarily poorly, right? Not down 9% with Aave is not too bad. 17% is kind of starting to push it. So you can see that Link, Tezos, VeChain, and Litecoin during this time has been completely down. It's been terrible. It's been absolutely terrible. And so, obviously, I'm not making any decisions now, but this is a good example of, looking at them and saying, like, look, these altcoins are not performing. They haven't been performing. Maybe it's time to cut losses. Chainlink, Tezos, VeChain, and Litecoin, I would say, are fringe cases. They had reached all-time highs. Litecoin is the weakest of the three, weakest of the four. Sorry, did I say Litecoin? I meant Litecoin. Litecoin is the weakest of the four. VeChain has put in a new all-time high. Tezos as well. Chainlink as well. Like, these ones have already exploded, and they have been retracing for some time. Chainlink is one that I think that is going to push ahead against Bitcoin during this period. So we will definitely see how this all plays out. Again, this is the hourly, and I'm only measuring it from the middle of May. If we, took it to the weekly, for example, and looked at, say, from September of 2020, you'll notice that Cardano, VeChain, Ethereum, Aave, Uniswap, Bitcoin, Litecoin, like all of these have moved up in the past, however many so months, and Chainlink would be one of them, back in the summer, and so on and so forth. So with that said, I'm not making any decisions at the moment, but this is a good tool for you or exercise for you to use that will show the winners and the losers in your portfolio, right? The winners and the losers of your portfolio. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.